Nikki in Niagara, coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And today we are going to take a look at my finished pages. This month, or I should say last month in August, I don't think I really colored as much as I usually do. I kind of feel like I was busy coloring, but yeah, I was doing a lot of reading too, so that will be coming up in a color and chat. I'll tell you all about the books that I finished. But now we're going to do my coloring pages, so let's just move this out of the way and get started. First of all, I'm going to apologize for two things that I really can't help. And one is that this chair squeaks, and that's my life. And I have the air conditioner on because if I don't, I'll die. So there's that. So in the meantime, let's just get started. So this was a present from the sister in July, so I colored a picture out of it in August. And this is the page that I did. So I did the ring page. I love it. She's so cute. Look at all the little monsters or ghosts or whatever behind her. And this is Cute and Creepy Chibi Coloring Book by Penelope Estevez. Another present from my sister that I got in July and colored in August. From now on, I'm making sure that if I receive a book in a month from someone else, then I will make sure I color in it in the next month. So this is from my sister. And Sugar Skulls, the Midnight Edition by Coco Wayo. And I did this just like I would do a mandala, and I picked random colors, and I think that turned out awesome. Love it. And it really was a lot like coloring a mandala because they're symmetrical. Whatever's on one side is on the other side, mostly. You see the difference here is the flowers. Now that's what makes the picture interesting to look at is that little bit of asymmetry up at the top. So enough with that. And this is the other one I did, and it didn't work out too well because I got two yellows, a dark one and a light one, and it just really doesn't show up too well. But that's how she turned out. Wow, Africa by Belba Family. And no, I didn't receive this from them. No. So I did this one. I love how this turned out. It looks so good. I need to put my glasses on so I can see what I'm looking at. I just love that. And this one turned out so nice. And then my Chibi Girl book. So I am working my way through this book at the moment. This is my current Chibi Girl book. A little bit of something spilt on it there. That's better. So I only did one this month, and that was this one. If you want to do a buddy color in September, just let me know what page. I've done everything up to this one. So everything this side has not been done. Oh, yeah. Oh, a couple. Police officer. The police officer and the umbrella girl. Yeah. Okay, so pick a page, any page, except those ones. And then Rita Berman gave us a couple of freebies. Looking forward to her new book, which I have on order and I'm still waiting to get. And so I did this as a buddy color with Michelle's Boxes of Hues. I can't remember if she's Blocks of Hues or Boxes of Hues. I think she's Boxes. So yeah, I've done quite a few buddy colors with her now, and it's a lot of fun. So that was a really fun page to do. And I think that's the only PDF I did this month. And then I received this book from Lauren Loves to Color in July. And I colored a couple of pages in it in August. And these are really random colored rooms. And they're so much fun to color just to see how wild and crazy they're going to be. yeah, I have fun doing that. Just, yeah. Then I'm working in this book to complete it. I have another spot where I spilled something. Excuse me. I'm going to try to get that off. That's not coming. Oh well, so one of the groups I'm in is finishing this book this year, and I am getting to being pretty close to being done, so I did a lot this month. I used my markers that turn things yellow in here, so on some pages you can see that, on other pages it doesn't. It gets covered up, so. As you can see, I've complained about this before, that there's still orange in every single picture. At least this one was a completely different shape. And that one. So, I just have this to go, oh, where's the last page? There. So I have that to go through, so that's not much. I'll finish it this coming month or the next month, I'm sure. And I'm back to coloring one page in all of my non-colored books. So I started where I left off last time, and as you know, I use an app called Tiny Decisions, and I put in all the books on the shelf, on one shelf, starting where I left off last time, that I hadn't colored in at all, and I'm randomly picking one, using the app to randomly pick one book to color in. So this was one of my choices, and I decided to do this page right here. And this took forever, and parts of it were not fun, but most of it was a blast. I love doing these tiny, intricate mandalas, and this book is just absolutely full of them. So I used my, I have 3 types of fine liners, and you'll see they didn't go through at all, because you have to make sure you don't scrub. If you just, do light strokes with the marker, they work just fine. And I used the Arteza Inconyx, the Stabilos, and the Triplus. And I randomly chose those colors, chose 7. I didn't even use a gel pen because the gel pen was too thick. Then Lisa at Coloring My Way did a hashtag last month, which I participated in, and we were all to color this exact picture. She had a fantastic name for it too. She called it Frogust Coloring 21. So that was fun to color. It's not my first picture in this book, but it's good to not only be doing first pictures. I'm sure it wasn't. I think I've done the crab in here or something. Oh yeah. And I'm always working in the Sachdeva mosaic books. So I did one in here. Of course, it would be dogs, probably the one pattern in the whole book that I'm not fond of. So we're just going through these. It's going to be a short video for a change. Then I did Coloring Quest Animals by Sun Life Drawing. And this one, which I think is like a mountain lion or something. This is the Midnight Sampler by Marty Joe's Coloring. One page in there. Another Sachdeva mosaic. This one is Vacations. So that one goes this way. And I had a hard time telling what it was at first, but if you can see, there's an airplane flying over the land, and then there's just various travel items around the page. And the other one I did is Surfer Girl. Did a 2-page spread in Disney Babies, Carré Mystère. Did these two dudes. Goofy, it's one of my favorite. I like the old school characters. And then a book that I work in every month. This was Color by Numbers Happiness, and I did another page in it. So every month we do at least another page. So this is the one we got this time. Looks like a Japanese pagoda, I believe. And look how the shadow of it is in the water. That is so neat. Those pictures are so realistic, except for the colors, which are like bright. This was another one of my pick a random book to color one page in. I colored 2 because when I'm coloring a mandala page book, I cannot color 1. I always have to color 2. But I will tell you that I tore out the first page because I had an absolute tremendous thing that went wrong with it, but I can't remember what it was. I don't know. I think I used markers that were too fat for the lines and they bled out. I just remember being a big mess, and like usually I don't tear pages out. Well, I can't say that. I mean, I'll rip out a page without a second thought about it. But I don't. It's not what I do. I try to fix things, and I usually do. So anyways, the 2 pages I actually did. This was so much fun. I don't know why. I was just going round and round in circles, doing the same thing, different color. But yeah, that was fun. And this one. Again, of course, these are random colors. This one, I didn't really like the red, yellow, orange that it came out in, but the other one I thought was good, even though it did have orange and yellow. But yeah. So this is a cool book. This is by a lady who used to do a lot of the Creative Haven mandala books, Shala Kerrigan, and she used to have a blog called Don't Eat the Paste, and she used to give free mandalas on there every day, I believe, and these are 50 of her favorites. Oops, wrong side. And this is my current mandala book that I try to work in every month, Relax and Color by Sun Life Drawing. And here we got an orange and red again. Jeez, I get that color combination a lot, don't I? And that one, which I think turned out really nice. And so this is the mosaic book that I'm currently working on for Belba, that I'm like working front to back in, Wow Animals. And I just love this book. I love the colors. Isn't that gorgeous? But I really like this one. I did cross stitch, or the X method for the background. Now that's what I do. If the background is a solid color, I'll use the X method for the background, so I don't have to color in all that, you know, one color and waste markers. And then I do all the foreground in colored, and I think it turns out really nice. Belba family posted this on their on their Instagram page, and they called it the 3D effect. And I guess it kind of does, doesn't it? So there's that one. And then I worked in what was for me at the time the latest issue of Coloring Heaven. This is Fantasy Figures by Maud Lemoyne. And I did one picture out of here. And I did this African lady, which I think is just absolutely beautiful. So she's got some metallic or glitter on her there. You can see, and her hat and her jewelry and all that kind of stuff. Well, not hat, but you know what I mean. So I got my page done. I try to do a page in every Coloring Heaven that arrives. Now this was my pick a random book from my shelf to get one colored in. I have to come up with a shorter name for that. And this is the page I did. What did I use? Oh yeah, I used the Brute Funer squares. They have such wonderful pastel-y shades. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. do I just choose the pastel colors, or is that the way that box is? So that was my first page in there. And then this is kind of like my current Color Questopia book that I'm working on, Trains. I used to love trains. I used to collect postcards of trains. I still do love them, but I just don't really have them in my life anymore. So I did those two, and these are wild and kooky colors as well, which might annoy some people, but it doesn't me. And then, one of my 10 books to finish this year, I did quite a few in here, working on the back section. So these are all Halloween pictures. So I've been working in this book all year long. So I've been coloring Halloween, Thanksgiving, and autumn pictures all year long. Finally, we arrive at the season when they're appropriate. And this girl. Next one is a mandala. So I'm just working in order in this book now. I didn't at first, but I did the white section first, and then now I'm working in the black section. So I got a page done in the current issue of Mystery Colors, Flowers and Birds. And I did this flower here, which I think is pretty. So this will go back in my cart, so that my cart will always have the current issue of Mystery Colors in it. Now, this was Color One Page in It book. And you know what? I think I've been forgetting to enter Lavella's hashtag. I have to remember to do that. So this is just a dollar store mandala book. And I did this one, which was a heck of a lot of work. And I did not have a lot of fun doing this one, but it turned out okay. Only problem is that these are butterflies. And you can't really tell. I should have done those like a solid color so that they would show up. Like there's the body, and then these are the wings. And then so you go over here, the wings are touching, and there's the body and the wings. But I went around it with a white Prismacolor, and you can see them looking at them straight on, but it's not working too well in the on-camera picture. So yeah, that one. So I'm working in this book every month. I was doing it as a buddy color with someone, but they've had enough of it, but I'm still working at the grind of coloring 2 pages a month in this one. So I did this one. And this one. 2 easy ones this month. And now that I'm working in the book alone, I think I'll probably do 3 a month and get it finished. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 months. And what have I got left? September, October, November, December. Yeah, so if I do 4 one month and 3 every other month, I'll get it done by the end of the year. Oh, spider, ick. Sorry. But that's what happens to a spider when it's on me. No heart. I have no heart. And then I worked in the current issue of Relax and Color. This one is just called Beautiful and Inspiring, but really it's kind of like a bunch of travel vacation pictures. So here we have ballooning over the Grand Canyon. I made that up. But those are fun to do. And Kira Shershaniva, Color by Number Quest Squares. I did this one, a little baby tiger cub. Animal Quest Baby by Sun Life Drawing. And I did this one, which I think is a calf. It's kind of hard to tell looking at it in person. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a calf. And now we're down to the last book, guys. So, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, I bet you were wondering where that was. I did 2 extra pages this month, so I've now done 82 pages. And we're supposed to have 8 pages done. So, I did these 2. Pablo's. I used Pablo's for both of these. I can't say I like these pencils on this paper. I love the pencils. I've used them in other book. What other book did I use them in? That was last month. I can't remember. But I don't like it on this paper. Some people say that Joanna Basford's paper is great and you can use all sorts of no pencil doesn't love it, but I'm finding the exact opposite. There's only a few pencils that I really like in here. I don't even like my Prismas in here. So I guess it's just all on how you color. It's not the paper and the pencil. Sometimes it's you. Or at least it's me. So these 2 pages were easy to do and was a nice break from the harder pages. So I just colored them all exactly the same. Used a Sparkle Pop for the eyes, and I used a Glitterati kind of like paint marker for the wings, fine liners for the bodies, and for Inky, the butterfly, and gold Sparkle Pop for the Queen's crown. Then I did these 2 pages in Pablo. So again, I didn't have the most fun coloring this. They blend nicely though on this paper, I'll have to say. But yeah, I think mostly I'm not happy with the color palette. It just is too Halloween. So I did these 2 pages in Prisma. I don't know why, because I don't like using them on this paper, but they worked. They turned out nice. So yeah, quite happy with that. And then finally, to make total of 82 pages, I did these 2 in glitter pen, and I used a Tombow for the shelf. But otherwise it's just all done in glitter pen. So it's really nice to be able to count this as 1 page, you know? Just color your firefly and you're done. When at other times you have to like do 2 full pages like this to get a spread done. Or, you know, this is 1 page. So they all count, even the teeny weeny little pages, but I've done them all like this. I needed to catch up, and so I did all those types of pages. So I need to keep this in so I know where I am with my numbers. Just keep that there. So that's all my finished pages. Now I'm going to show you my empties. That doesn't belong here. Okay, so it was kind of a sad month because a lot of my Bic intensities were going and I didn't have replacements for them. So, look at this. Well, some of them I had replacements for, but some of them I didn't. A lot of them I didn't. The fine liner ones. So I ordered a new pack of fine liners. And I think that's it. But that's still a lot. 3 fine liners and 3 ultra fines and 2 fine, which I just call normal. And then my Ohuhus. I had quite a few of my Ohuhus run out. Well, they're actually a collection of Ohuhus. Oh, I just had the delivery. They're a collection of Ohuhus, Art X, and something else that doesn't yellow. Touch New, that's it. Old Touch News, because I think people have a problem with those yellowing now. So yeah, lots and lots of these, but every single one of them I had a refill for. So, not a refill, but a backup. So I was doing good. I think when I get to a marker that I don't have a backup for, I think is when I'm going to need to buy a new backup because I'm slowly using those up. So I'll have to look for an 80 set on sale. So of the ones that yellow, I only managed to use up 2 of those, which is a shame. And of the Spectrum Noirs, I used up 3, so those are almost all done. I just have random colors, and they're pretty much all purples. Where is it? Yeah, I got purples, green, well, yellows, yellow greens, and flesh colors left. 1 Sharpie, I believe. 1 black Sharpie. Don't use those up very often. Crayolas. I used up 2 of the Crayola Multicultural, and now I'm going to need to get myself another set of the Multicultural, and they don't make those anymore. And as soon as I put them on my as soon as I put them in my cart, the price started going up on them, so don't know what's up with that. I really like these as well. The colors are different from what are in, there's 10 colors in the Multicultural, and they're different than the ones that come in the new Colors of the World. So, used up, well, let's just do gel pens because they're here and easy to find. Is it only 2? Yeah, and they're both Ain Art, and they're both bluey turquoises. Let's get all the Crayolas now. Okay, so I've got some Art with Edge, some Color Effects, and some Super Tips in there. Lots of blues. Shuttle Art permanent markers, we're using them up too. Got 3 of those. I think it's going to be time for me to buy a new set of those, but you can't get the 60 on Canada, so I'll have to wait till I make a .com order. Now for random ones, I have 3 Mapeds, I have 2 Faber-Castells, $1 store, well, $2 store, a water-based Japanese, 2 water-based Japanese black pens. And that's all she wrote, folks, and that is full of cat hair. Oh my goodness. I need to vacuum that. Oh, you can see my face. Okay. Thanks for staying with me till the end if you did. I really appreciate it. You can maybe use the word potato. I don't know why. Put potato down at the bottom if you made it all the way to the end. So thanks so much for watching. Have a good day, and bye!